Okay, this is just a video because there's not much information out there on these lathes. This is a Poreba TR70B. So essentially you have your fast and your slow speed. So if you hit this one, it'll be I think twice the speed. Right here is your forward, which is also this. Forward, reverse. Okay, to have the either your lead screw turning or your cross feed nut, this needs to be engaged. Okay, so over here, this will select if you want your nut, your cross feed nut, or your nut or your traverse there. So okay, so you can see the carriage drive. Now pushing this in, it engages your cross feed. Okay, pulling this out, okay, this is your feed here. Okay, pulling that out right here engages your carriage. Okay, right here. Okay, this is your lead screw. So this will clamp on your lead screw nut. So if you turn this, so again, that activates that. Now this should clamp on the nut. As you can see, it does. Okay. Now, one thing, it's really hard to distinguish on this, and our chart's really worn out. But right now, this is the Imperial, and essentially you have to, this has to be, there's I think this or this. I'm not too sure what this means. Maybe it's two different sizes, or one's metric, one's Imperial. I know this one here is Imperial and this one's metric. So we're threading Imperial, and if you line up your numbers here, but that chart's super worn out. I believe this, you have to rotate every quarter hour, and what that does is that'll pump some lube in somewhere up in the headstock, I believe. This is kind of something I found here recently. Now this will make it go 1-to-1. This is a 1/8 speed, so you can see it's going 65, 120. So because we're going at a slow speed, it's going 63 RPM. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. This one here, I'm not certain what that one does. But one issue that we had here, I'll just turn this off. One issue that we had here was this carriage rapid. So, okay, one thing I found was, okay, the motor would turn, but nothing would happen inside there. You just hear the motor spinning. It almost seemed like it slipped the key, or like a key fell out. Well, taking this cover off, this is filled with oil. It's overfilled right now, but what I believe is it was down too low. This is actually for a hydraulic pump, and I think it activates a clutch, and it pumps all oil into this gearbox. You can hear there's some sort of screw here. It's a set screw. I think it's some sort of pressure relief. I'm not right in here. I'm not certain what that does, but essentially you can see when I'm pushing this in, I can hear oil pumping inside here. And then when I'm activating this, it actually, the oil pushes this out. So when this just turns without any oil pressure, the clutch doesn't engage. So I don't know if this may be some adjustment on the clutch, but this is a video because we don't really use this lathe a whole lot, and just trying to remember all of this stuff. Yeah, so just again, this machine's a 1967, but it hasn't been really heavily used, but just kind of going over all the the ways this functions. I believe when I push this in, this should release, but when I'm turning this, it's turning the motor as well. But over a course of time, I believe the clutch disengages. So I don't know, I might have to play with that little nut here is the only thing I really adjusted, or that little set screw, because I believe that maybe has something to do with when that gearbox clutch pressurizes, it pushes this out so it doesn't whack you in the knee. But when you push it back in, I think it should maybe disconnect, or I don't know. So I just put hydraulic oil in there. Just usually that's what I kind of put in if there's clutches, but I'm not 100% certain. So that's just kind of some of the things that I found with this, and hopefully it could help you out. This chart is super worn off, so it's super hard to see anything. But essentially this would be your lead screw, and this would be your lead screw and your feed nut, and or your cross feed, or your gearbox feed. And I'm not certain what this is. I think this is on or off. So if this is engaged or disengaged, but I know to kind of change this, you have to disengage this. And there's no indicator on where these numbers need to line up. So whatever, we're doing a 10 TPI, and I don't know, we just kind of rotated this here, and it said 23, and that's kind of what we've put there. So again, if you have a manual on this machine, it'd be helpful for me, but I don't have any other information other than what I just showed you.